are you?
How art thou?
That show was awesome.
Seriously, that was breathtaking.
And that show that was awesome and breathtaking was NXT Takeover Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Can't do it again. But no, but really, it was NXT Takeover.
What do you know? Philadelphia. Okay.
No, it really was NXT. It really was, guys. It was NXT Takeover Philadelphia. It was so fucking good.
Yeah, they
Paul Heyman, the intro.
Yeah, I don't think they've had
awesome.
a show that good in a while. Even like War Games was good. You know what I mean?
I think they always have good shows, but it definitely.
You know what I mean? Like
it stood out. It was
really,
a very good show.
That was,
the last
that was
two matches, in specific,
high
were
note.
insane. So we're going to talk about that show. We're going to in a second, obviously, and we're going to touch on some Ring of Honor stuff from the last 2 weeks, considering we missed last week's.
Yeah.
I have yet to talk about this week's. And then we're just going to preview the Rumble for tomorrow, which we'll be talking about in the regular weekday
Hashtag
show.
Rumble for all.
It is cool, though.
Yeah.
It is good, and it is a good thing. But yeah, hashtag Rumble for all.
They know what they're doing over there at WWE.
I heard that the next Rumble is going to be in a baseball stadium, possibly, in Arizona.
There's no ring. It's just a baseball diamond.
Yeah, no, I heard they're going to play baseball.
WWE is going to play baseball against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, it's the XLB.
Oh, okay. Now, here we go. We got some things. We got something going here.
Yeah, we got to get to that. But we're going to talk about NXT first. And, yeah, Paul Heyman does this awesome intro. And then the show opens up with a fucking awesome match.
I wonder.
Authors of Pain. Oh,
I don't know. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I wonder what they. You know what I mean? Like why? Like we're like, hey,
What?
hey, Paulie, come down and just give us a super sick intro for NXT.
Because it's Philadelphia, dude.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I'm a big.
You really
dumb...
didn't put two and two together?
Nope.
I literally just said that like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm a big fucking idiot.
No, all right. You are. Whatever.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
No, I think the
Sorry, Paul Heyman.
I didn't even
Hammerstein Ballroom up my asshole. Fucking
well,
ECW.
I didn't fucking take notes on the specifics of what he said, so I don't even know if it was like promoted well that he was there for that reason. But
I get. Now I'm. Kicking.
Also, I feel like just a couple years ago, it was a couple years ago, but it was only a couple years ago, and I feel like Paul Heyman was saying something like NXT was the next ECW. Like Full Sail pre-shows type stuff. They had him saying that kind of thing. So I think it was definitely like a touchback on that as well.
'Twas a fortnight ago.
Okay. so this show opens with Authors of Pain versus Undisputed Era for the NXT tag titles, which I always like when a show opens with the tag title match.
And
I think it's
even them, like more so them, like
these guys especially, or really any great team.
Yeah, true.
But I like when I just feel like it's a good. I don't know. And it's not even like that's what those belts deserve. It's not anything like that. I just think they open the show the right way almost always. And I'm sure if they do that with the 2 out of 3 falls match at the Rumble, which I have a weird feeling they might. I think that's the only. I'll say this right now, even though we're going to get to it. I think that's the only match on the main roster card tomorrow that could maybe touch the 2 main events of this pay-per-view tonight.
Good luck. And I don't mean that in a negative way.
The 2 out of 3 falls.
No, I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. And like I said, we're gonna get there. So let's please get into this first fucking match.
Just
Kyle O'Reilly plays the belt like Hogan. Awesome.
He's been doing that for a little bit, and I dig it. I'm really into it.
I guess seeing it in a pay-per-view presentation made it more. I don't know. Just gave me goosebumps. It was really cool. And then there was a lot of apron move stuff. At one point, Fish got face planted on the barricade, and then he even did the Big E type spear. And I don't know if you caught that. It looked like he slapped his head on the floor.
It kind of looked like he looked like he bopped himself.
But they kept it going through the match, so obviously he was okay. WWE's on top of their shit in that sense. So but it did look like he slapped the back of his head. Excuse me. Damn, Seltzer came back and got me. Akam's quote-unquote injured leg was the story of the match for sure, and it led to a pretty awesome comeback by Razor. And And I realized in this match the way that I can tell them apart going forward, and that's not a slight or anything weird. I just don't pay attention to them enough to have known, other than like this match I was locked in. And again, something I realized is Akam has a tattoo like The Rock, and Razor has a tattoo like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So
when also one is substantially, not substantially, but one's a little larger than the other.
No, just in general, like I said, they look like different people. And now that I'm paying more attention to them, I'm sure I'll be able to tell. But just like in the way that I've referenced them in the past, I genuinely didn't know. And anyways, I realized in this match tonight, sarcasm aside, that's the way I could tell them apart. It's their tattoo placement. So anyways, there's a really cool fall-away slam on both guys. Bobby was on his back and was holding Kyle O'Reilly. It was still Razor in the comeback. What else happened in that match? There was a really big pop for the exploder suplex by Bobby Fish.
Yeah, that I noticed that they got a lot of big, more so over Authors of Pain.
Yeah, no, they basically looked like they should have won this match, except for the leg thing, and that was, like I said, the whole point. And basically, to wrap it up, they hit their finish, the double tap powerbomb thing, but after the tap, Kyle O'Reilly reversed his guy into a Rana. At that point, to be honest with you, no joke intended, because I just said a second ago I could tell them apart. I don't remember which one it was because I didn't write it down.
You don't feel bad. But between the Bucks
on the finish,
and the Usos,
no,
and everyone,
it was
I
no,
get
I know
so
who it was. It was
it
was the one with the hurt leg. It was Akam. Okay,
yeah.
So, anyways, he reversed it with a Rana, and then they won with a roll up. Yeah, that was really cool. I thought it was a cool way for that team to win.
Yeah, because it was pretty, it wasn't like a surprise, but it was more like, you got him.
Yeah, and you didn't know that they were going to retain. You know, like you want to assume because they're being pushed as hard as they are, but you never know.
My only thought on it is I am waiting for them to move up, so I don't see them getting a long
Undisputed?
Run. No, Authors.
Authors of Pain. Yeah, no, absolutely.
So I don't see
that's
them
the only
getting
reason I
a
expected
big
them to lose as well.
Run anyway, because I am assuming they're moving up very soon.
They should. Hopefully tomorrow.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, I don't want to see two spots to go to those guys, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. Whatever. There's a good match, though. Really good opener. Yeah,
it was better than a singles opener, I think. You have a bigger chance of losing your momentum in a singles opener sometimes, because if people aren't into it, then there goes your momentum. Like for the start.
And this gave me the hint early in the night. And it's obviously not always this way. It's not something that even anytime go off of, but just gave me the hint early in the night that Adam Cole might be losing his match later. Just because the retain was more surprising. You know what I mean? Like I don't really know how to put it into a sentence exactly.
Because as good as they are and as big of a push they are getting, Authors of Pain, they're supposed to be the guys that come in and
crush. You would have more expected the tag team titles to turn over and Cole maybe to win. Yeah. And nothing against what ended up happening later in the night. Because it was fucking great, but those were things that surprised me, and they were awesome. So, anyways, they retain, and the next match.
Actually, I guess once we get to everything, I do have a problem, but we'll get to that at the end.
Well, we're gonna get to it.
Not a problem like that, but just now that I look back on it all. But
now that I think about it, I hate this.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
I quit. The next match was Velveteen Dream versus Cassius Ohno.
Man,
what did you think about this?
I don't think it was a great match. I don't think that it was exactly the best matchup. And I like both. I'm really into Velveteen. Like, I think he is. Yeah, he's the man. He has got it. Like,
and Cassius is great.
Yeah, too. And I love Cassius. I think,
or Cassius, I guess.
The WWE version of him, I think, has lost his way. And I think they kind of.
I don't know. Originally, yes. So in
it's
that
gotten
way,
better
yes,
now.
Still,
he has like a good
and
theme and a good thing.
I think the one thing, and I hate to address it in like a judgmental tone, but I think one of the things is his weight. That's really hard.
Honestly, I think they told him to get big, and it just got up.
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think they preferred him at a smaller weight. He got big, and they're just at a very open-minded point right now in the business. And because to be honest, it doesn't fully affect his work. I'm just saying as far as the visual of it all.
But he is a different style kind of guy now.
It's just weird. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird to look at. That's all. Maybe it just needs more adjustment time. It's been a while that he's been bigger like this. But
ultimately, the match was good. It just wasn't.
There was just some timing things. Okay, I just want to know what you thought.
And honestly, his size, I think Velveteen misread his power, because there was a few situations where he was not quite able to lift lift Cassius.
Well, that's what I meant by timing, though. I don't know that it wasn't quite.
Maybe
quite
it
able,
was. Maybe it was more
I just think
timing
the
than it was
timing,
power.
We'll get there in a second, though,
Yeah.
because I do have some specifics on this match. Dream promised in the pre-show, he guaranteed, in fact, that he'd have a 30-second or less knockout. He came out with this great custom mouthpiece at the bottom of the entrance ramp on a pillow. I love when people use mouthpieces in general in modern-day pro wrestling. I don't think everyone should do it. That would definitely take away. But the guys who have the style that fit, or like the athleticism that fit, or moveset, or whatever.
Or even in a situation like this where he promised a 30-second knockout, so he comes out in the boxing type thing.
I was more speaking on the my opinion on like I like that Bobby Fish wears it because of the way he wrestles. I wouldn't have a problem if Finn Balor wore one. I'm not saying he should, but I'm just saying
like
Baszler
Baszler wearing one obviously makes sense. So you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And I just I think one of the main reasons I like it is because Kurt did it, and it's fucking cool. So, anyways, there's always something you can get it knocked.
And we'll get there. Let's be real. We love safety, and we want people to be safe.
Yo, that is the thing too. You can use it to sell, and it's safe. Yep. Anyways, so great custom flamboyant mouthpiece. He comes out. He has like boxing-esque shorts. Really awesome.
Like airbrushed from I'm not trying to knock it, but it looks like it was made at the flea market.
That's just the way he does it, though.
He
did the same thing against Aleister Black, even though it looked good. It looked like I know what you mean, like the mall.
Yeah, like he went and got it done, and now he's wearing it.
It's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Ono's pay-per-view gear was dope. That's definitely basically a theme for the show. A lot of really great pay-per-view gear. That's awesome. I hope that
should be a thing forever.
Being a more consistent thing throughout all the company.
If you've listened before, your boy loves gear.
Give me the outfits.
You know what
Change
I'm saying?
them up. If I've seen them, get changed.
Get them out.
But really,
unless they're cool, bring them back.
Yeah, I like when they do different stuff, and I like when they bring stuff back.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even have to be new. It can just be a rotation of a couple of things per year. Anyways, not to dwell on that. This guy's good for that.
Yeah.
The commentary is really selling the fact that Dream legitimately thinks this is a boxing match, and he wants the W after the crowd is counting pretty fast at that, in my opinion. But the crowd is counting to 30. They get to 22, and he slaps the shit out of Ono to the ground, and he lays there for a second. Kind of sells like a knockout type thing. Obviously he's not knocked out, but the best part about this is basically the thing that makes this whole thing work and not come to a where do we go from here point. Velveteen Dream starts jumping around like fucking Rocky, and he just wants the victory.
Yeah.
And
commentary's just yelling at him to cover him.
And Ronaldo just saying he legitimately thinks it's a boxing match.
Yeah, they're like, cover him. What are you doing?
Knocks him with this great forearm, and the mouthpiece comes flying out. So that's the reason I cut my point off a second ago, because that's one of the beautiful things about the mouthpiece in a pro wrestling sense. It even goes beyond the safe and realistic athleticism point that I was making a second ago. You could use it to sell, and I think that's cool.
That thing comes out, you go, oh, he hit him.
Yeah, and in this sense, it looked really good. Cassius Ohno is called the knockout artist for a good reason. Really great strikes in this match on both guys, and Velveteen had great kicks. I thought early in the match, before the timing parts or problems throughout the match, the later part of the match is what I meant to have said. Sorry. That Velveteen looked really physically and he is physically strong. And I thought he looked great because he was picking him up and it was fine. Then there was some slop on the finish attempt by Velveteen Dream, but I don't think that was really a big deal. That happens, and his move is like a spin out type move, and like we were just saying a second ago, Ono's so much bigger than him that he almost dropped him out and he picked him up. I think that Ono kind of at that, and I'm not accusing him, just literally giving a speculation based opinion. I think Ono kind of gave up on that part of the match at that point. Yeah, because he literally just no-sold the situation. You could see that he said something to him. He kicked out before the guy even finished saying two. The ref even finished saying two. He obviously said two, but it was at literally the ending of the word two. And then the second later, it seemed like, in my opinion, again, and not blame fest by any means. I love Cassius Ohno. I just in this moment, and that's why I wrote it, just to be honest, because I don't want to blame either guy, especially Dream for being green, because I don't think that's the case here. Yeah. In my opinion, Ohno overshot and overjumped what was supposed to be a catching, rolling Death Valley driver, and just really
it definitely would have been fine.
It would have been fine on an indie show. Okay. Yeah. But just with NXT and WWE production value, you just gotta
stuff
make
like
that.
It looks way worse than it actually is because of their production value.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
And,
Like
and
it
more than
wasn't
anything,
that bad, but the
it
way
was
they
a great
capture
idea.
it.
It was
yeah.
a really great
yeah.
idea.
It was
Just the
awesome.
execution wasn't perfect. The crowd really wanted Velveteen Dream to win. I figured at this point he would. He did hit another rolling Death Valley driver that was hesitant at first as well, but this is actually a different timing thing because I thought this was very like organic and natural, so I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
like the
it
way
was
that
more
Brock
of like
screams when he really
yeah,
needs to
like
pick somebody
he
up.
was kind of giving it a
That's fine,
second to
dude.
like
That's fine. This
I
is
got him.
physicality, you
Yeah.
know, like, and he's getting his ass kicked. He should be strained. That's
Yeah.
okay. And if stuff happens because of that,
trust
that's
me,
okay.
you lift that guy. It's not simple for any guy.
No, I
Doesn't
totally
matter who
get
it
that.
is.
I just think you gotta stay committed. And anyways,
Yeah.
at this point, he totally was. And then just my last, I'm just being honest, just because I don't want to praise a match when I don't necessarily. It was a good match, and I would even say a very good match.
Well, yeah, that's
I
what
wouldn't
I was
it
trying to
a
say at the
great match.
beginning. I wasn't trying to be negative. It
Well,
was
here,
a good
to me,
match,
hold on.
but-
This is the exclamation point on that. He goes all the way up to the top of the corner, the post corner, and it's really cool that he did that. But with the way that he landed off the jump, which still, again, is a very impressive jump, it just seemed like he should have jumped off the ropes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he just like almost didn't make it, and it's like, what's the point at that point?
Yeah.
Also, how many legal lines are we treading with Purple Rainmaker as the name of that move?
And also knowing that it basically is a Prince-based.
But that's what I thought
theme
about it. Like,
and
because I went to go,
character.
oh, he can't call it Rainmaker when that's a clothesline. But I was like, damn it, you can only otherwise call it just Purple Rain, and that's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
But you mix the two, you can do whatever you want because it's not one or the other.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
crazy.
Either way.
So what I wrote
yeah.
as a way to cap off the notes in this match is good match, not either guy's best, but this is really a good way to express the point that's probably not getting as made as clear as I'd like, in my opinion. I think if they had another shot, they'd have a fucking great match.
Yeah.
I just think a couple things went wrong, and maybe just, I don't know, could have been handled differently.
And who knows? You know what I mean? Because I don't think, if you really want me to dig at it, I don't think Cassius looked that into the whole match. He didn't look.
That's basically what I'm trying to say, but I'm not trying to sound so blame, because I'm not blaming
first of all,
anyone.
yeah,
I think it happens. You have
and no
good,
matter
you have
what,
great,
I
you have
mean,
bad,
I've
you have whatever matches.
watched him have just
Dude,
5-star
even the
matches.
he's been losing lately.
Yeah.
This one included. He's been killing it. So
Yeah.
the match was still very good and a proper second match, but
Just this
definitely-
particular matchup and situation, it just didn't seem like it was on. They didn't have the right.
And you know, Velveteen
vibe.
Dream has better matches ahead in specific. You know,
Absolutely.
because he's going to be a big
He
star.
is gonna be something, and if not, I don't know anything because that guy he's got it.
Yeah, he's a man, and I love him. And I hope he becomes.
You think
the champion
you
of the
think
world.
you think the character might like draw people away?
No. I think he's going to be WWE's in their own way Dalton Castle.
Absolutely, that's how I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
You know what I mean? Like, think about
there
Ring of
are
Honor
still
fans.
It's still wrestling, and there still are
The same
those
guys who loved
people.
Samoa Joe and CM Punk love a guy who has the boys with him now and does a peacock
yeah.
pose. You know what I mean? Like, wrestling is progressing like the rest of the world,
absolutely.
like it should. So, no, I think he's gonna kill it once they give him the proper push. But moving on, Maria Menounos is going to be the ring announcer for the Women's Rumble tomorrow night. I think that's a good choice. Brings celebrity attraction to it. She's a genuine wrestling fan. Has been featured before, but I just think it's a proper
and
role
it's a
placement.
good.
Because
good
it's a
pick.
Royal Rumble. She's not going to announce everybody. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? She announces the first two, and then we're done.
Yeah. And it's not like they just got somebody just to have somebody. At least
No,
makes
yeah,
sense.
it's cool. Johnny's backstage with his family. They even show Candace in the back. Little did little old me know we were gonna get a whole lot more later. But I just thought at that moment, like, oh shit, that's cool, because it had been announced she'd been signed, but WWE in the past, and up until the recent past, had just been pretty hands off with couple addressing, for lack of a better word.
Really. And now it's
So-
kind of just a big usage for them.
Well, they know as JR always says, the rabbit is out of the hat, so
Yeah.
there's only so much hiding in line.
Yeah,
you
it's
can do.
fans are too smart. You know what I mean? There's just that things are different, and that's
Well,
the way
people
got to
live too. That's one of the biggest things.
That's
But
true.
moving on, it's the Women's Championship, NXT Women's Championship. Ember Moon, Shayna Baszler. I started my notes out saying Shayna's got to win this match. It's fine. It didn't go that way.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's fine. It didn't go that way. I burped right into the
I
microphone.
watched it.
Thank you. I'm so proud of that
I know.
performance.
I'm proud of you, buddy.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter that it didn't go that way. I just really thought coming in and debut wise,
I don't know. I
she
guess
needed that kind of momentum.
You had me kind of sold on that she was gonna get it, but still in my head, I was telling myself like I just
Basically,
don't see it.
It's like this to me,
And not
NXT.
on anyone's fault.
There's a chosen few that are title that have title reigns and holder and like are real holders, and it's just for the brand's sake and timing's sake and whatever. But I think in general, NXT championships are basically like preliminary titles. They're not like titles you need to have. Like if Almas had lost tonight, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. He could, because to me that just means he definitely should debut in the Rumble tomorrow. And while that isn't what happened, and he's going to be champion for seemingly a minute or so, that's cool too. I just think that NXT doesn't always have to have
let him go. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no doubt, he's the man. Not specific to him, just using him as an example.
I know what you mean though.
I just think that NXT championships aren't as important to have long runs with.
No.
And whatever. Not in a discrediting way.
But when people do, though, it's pretty exciting.
Exactly. When they do, and I think that stays that way if you make it a little more rare.
Even, look at Drew. Drew didn't have it that long.
Well, that wasn't it. I mean, he was going to lose, but
that's what I'm saying.
He
was going to lose beforehand anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was the plan. It wasn't the plan for him to win it back.
Andrade to keep it.
Yeah, because he got hurt, and
Yeah.
Good to see that move pulled off. We'll get to that obviously later in the night. Good to see that move pulled off safely tonight. So Ember versus Shayna. Shayna gets the Goldberg entrance. Wondering how consistent it's going to be, but I love that.
I was confused at first. I was like, what's going on? And then I was like, oh. And then I yelled it across my house.
Big fan of it. Crowd is booing her. Don't know if it was because she got the Goldberg entrance or just in general, but either way, to me, she's
I think you're going to have
heel.
A very cut-in-half crowd with her.
I just think she's a proper heel, so they should all boo her, and that's great.
Yeah.
A lot of mat wrestling, and Ember actually looked like she could really hold her own early in the match, and that was cool. Like, I don't know.
Well, especially because when you're coming in with this person that they're selling to you that she's supposed to go in and just beat the piss out of someone.
Yeah,
you know what
especially
I mean?
in that way, like mat wrestling.
Yeah.
Really good dive to the outside from Ember. Shayna had some struggles on like executing kicks, and getting her ponytail down. Funny enough, but she's still just very intimidating, even in those moments. She's
absolutely.
just she's very like, obviously naturally big. She's not like, you know what I mean. She's not like overly. She's scary. She's very scary. The arm stomp thing is her thing, and I like that. Morrow did a great job in this match. Obviously in general, but in this match in specific, he made it seem like Shayna came to wrestling as a step up from MMA and not the opposite. Like
whereas
the
this where you come
might assume.
Because you can't keep doing what you were doing type thing.
Right, and it just really that was cool.
It's good. It makes it seem like they came over to kick ass more.
Yeah, like she needs to be the heel here in order to be herself, so she can only do it here. I don't know, really cool. Middle rope springboard moonsault by Ember. She's good at that. And she even hit the Eclipse, but then from that point, the match seemed like it was gonna unwind to some bullshit. It didn't. Yeah. But for a second, it seemed
that
like
all happened really fast too. It was a quick situation.
But good in a storytelling sense for that reason, because you didn't really know what was gonna happen. But definitely for a second, along with the crowd was chanting bullshit, and I was with them. Because point being, like as we were saying, she hit the Eclipse and then was hurt. Like based off all these arm bar moves and things that Shayna was doing throughout the match, she what did they say? Hyperextended something in her arm or something like that. Medical staff comes out and basically teased that the match is going to end with an injury. That's where the crowd is chanting. But it's just a super heel setup for Baszler. This is where I really thought she was going to win. She immediately gets her in the armbar after Ember refuses the medical attention. I just don't feel like there's anything. Just saying. Yeah, they really not unhappy with the finish at all, but there's nothing wrong with that finish right there.
No,
as the super heel. But anyways, we're gonna get there because she puts her in the armbar, think it's gonna end, gets to the rope, locks up again, middle of the ring. Like this match just seemed like it was about to end, and then it just did in a bunch. But it was good because it felt, especially obviously. As it should, due to Shayna's background, like a real wrestling match at times, or just like a real mat-based
and just
struggle.
Being someone who watches consistently, you know what I mean. It is nice to have that little extra surprise because normal watchers are gonna call that match 2 minutes ago when she gets the first two.
Exactly. So for that reason, that's why the finish was better than what I thought would happen because it also still got the point across. Shayna looked very dominant. She keeps getting the armbar on. Ember looks like she's going to tap. At first, I didn't like how long she had the lock on with no tap. But to the reality's credit, she didn't have it fully locked.
Yeah, it wasn't like fully set.
So you know what I mean? Like that's kind of cool.
They really told a good like story for this. Like the like seasoned wrestler had the upper hand.
Yeah, Ember stole it with the roll.
You know, and then then the aggressiveness came in, and that's when everything changed. And I think they told a really good story with what they had there.
Yeah, they were in a good amount of time too. So Ember gets a surprise win, and that's awesome. But as she's heading up the ramp, Baszler comes behind and puts her in the coquina clutch type move.
Yeah.
And she puts her to sleep, and then when she gets up, woken up, she's like basically like spitting up and almost throwing up. I thought that was good.
The first part, I think they should have cut it at the one. I don't think she should have went back for the second one, just because you don't put a sleeper on someone that's already asleep.
I liked it though. I like
the aggressiveness of it because it does make her like the super heel.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, I like her. I guess I see what you mean, logically speaking, but you get like you just said, she doesn't have.
It puts her so over and then standing at the ring at the end and just what I mean, laughing about it.
She looked like a badass.
Yeah, they know what they're doing with her. She's clearly gonna be that person. She's gonna
hopefully
take
she
over.
gets. Yeah, I'd like to see her as champion soon. I'd like to see Ember come up. Maybe to Raw. I thought about it. Yeah, Ember, dude, Ember and Alexa, that'd be
right
great.
now. Right now, you have your top tier women on SmackDown. Being real, you know what I mean.
Yeah, so a lot of the NXT girls need to come to.
Yeah, Raw. Raw needs a little juice, and especially if something does unfortunately happen with Paige, you need something.
Yeah, well, like I said, we'll see. I kind of have an optimistic.
No, trust me, I do too. And the way they're handling it, I think they might be playing on it a little, and hopefully that's the case.
Well, back at this pay-per-view, Ricochet and War Machine in the crowd confirming.
Very cool, but also
they are joining the NXT roster.
It made me go, well, if they're showing them tonight, that means I don't think there's much of a chance of seeing them tomorrow. Just
they literally said they're joining the NXT roster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they solidified that they are an NXT.
Yeah, well, that's fine. That's great. Now you have a reason you have to watch on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
More than one reason, I should say.
I guess I was kind of still holding on that there might have been a surprise tonight and like kind of.
Yeah, trust me, I know. Like in a way, I was like, but it gets better.
Early. I knew
it gets better with who they kept. We'll
absolutely, yeah.
So at this point, I wrote down, and I answered my own question before we'll move on from it. But at this point, I wrote down, wow, no Nigel on commentary, even though he definitely said on 205 that he was going to be at this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
They wound up saying and addressing in the main event he's sick. So I thought maybe it was a accidental like sneak at that he'd be the GM for 205. Obviously, that's not the most exciting thing in the world because he's already the commentary guy. But I don't know. I was like, I wonder why. But it's because he's sick. So hopefully it's not that flu going around.
Sick, man.
Yeah. He's just Ferris Bueller. But no, there's nothing.
That's unfortunate, too, right before a pay-per-view.
I know. He probably would have made this a lot better because Percy did a good job as one of the only guys.
Better job than normal, I suppose.
Yeah, but still would have been
obviously,
because he's really great.
I think I saw someone tweet something about it probably would have been smart to have old Corey step in.
Yeah, that would have been good, but he's already just on. Like,
absolutely, no. Trust me, that part I get, but you know what I mean. If you are in a clutch situation, he's not a bad choice for that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true. So we're basically getting to the double main event at this point. Before we get there, because there's a lot of meat here, I think one thing we should stop and address is the pre-show. There was the NXT End of the Year awards, and Alice. From what I can remember, I'll brush through. Eric, chime in if I forget something. Aleister Black was male competitor of the year. Asuka was female. At the end, it turns out that they are like head to head as far as who's overall competitor of the year.
I thought that was cool, but I thought
it was cool, but just didn't fully understand it till it was happening.
I would have much rather someone else had a chance to win an award, I guess. But I get what they were going for there.
Definitely, and it's cool that Asuka won.
And more so, it was cool that it was a head to head between the male and female one. They're doing their part with the making things equal.
Right.
Path that they're going
it would just in general, Asuka is like
and on top of that, seriously, like
period right now.
My roommate asked me, she was like, "Who do you think's gonna win?" I was like, "Asuka's winning." There's no.
Yeah, it's either Ronda or it's Asuka.
Yep.
Ronda if she debuts or it's Asuka. But anyways, So the awards, from what else I can remember, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne won Match of the Year. Deserved.
Absolutely.
Well deserved. That's Pete Dunne taking the belt from Tyler back in Chicago, I believe. That's what they said.
Yes, I believe that's what it was.
So yeah, that's great. Tyler with the most boring reception interview I've ever seen in my whole life. Hate to be critical, love the guy, but Jesus Christ, man. You're a 19-year-old kid on WWE television. Fucking
and he
something.
went to a little too nice guy. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
like,
saying. It was
big
like
up
just
to the guy who
dude.
kicked my ass for the title. You know, you guys are supposed to be kind of rivals.
Well,
I get
I know
that
you
part
mean,
because
but
they are.
they're stable in the. You know what I mean? They're stable.
That part. But you know what I mean?
Pete
Ultimately,
Dunne, though, crushed it.
Oh man,
he came off as intimidating as he already seems.
Such, you know what I mean? Just like, I feel like if I did meet that guy in real life, he probably would treat me like a piece of shit. Not saying he is, but you know what I mean. Just by his character, he sells his character so well that I go, that guy probably would fucking just tell me to fuck off.
And I like him saying that the UK championship meant so much to him, and he wants to hold it for a while. Said he might become NXT champion. It was just a cool
and
little
then,
promo.
Then he said, "Bring on Brock Lesnar." So.
Yeah, Peter,
buddy,
Peter,
bud.
Do you remember any other? I feel like there were some other ones.
What was the one? There was it no? Because that was match. What was the one right before?
Oh, Rivalry of the Year was
Rivalry
Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black. That was fantastic.
It was.
Velveteen Dream gave. That's when he guaranteed the 30-second knockout.
That section was definitely a crazy good rivalry. But I think there was a lot going on that year that definitely could have contended pretty good with that, but that was a sick rivalry. The way they sold it,
and the match just stole the whole show.
Oh, absolutely.
So, anyways, now getting to the double main event, just didn't want to move on from that. Didn't want to have to come back to it after such a fucking like momentous double main event.
Yeah, at this point,
and it really wasn't even a double main event. Just the second to last match was really good.
If you would have told me that's what it was, I would have been like, oh yeah, it makes sense. And then after seeing it, you could just say, oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, totally.
At this point, you have some of the best, I think, honestly, the best NXT matches in TV I've seen to date. And there's a lot that's happened. Like
definitely,
in the NXT
I definitely am
ring.
into the vibe right now. They have awesome people. This match was Adam Cole, Aleister Black, Extreme Rules match in Philadelphia. Adam Cole making references to his Ring of Honor days, battles with like Jay Briscoe, and I think even Kyle O'Reilly. He didn't say these things, but he just talked about the hardcore matches he had in Philadelphia before, and those were Ring of Honor World Title defenses against those people. So I just thought that was really cool. And Aleister Black is the right choice to have a modern day Extreme Rules match with anybody, but especially with Adam Cole, because that's exactly what this match was.
He doesn't have to sell him being in an Extreme Rules match, because you just see that guy in an Extreme Rules match just by just visually.
Yeah, like mentally, you place him in a match like that. So, really great video package to kick this off. That definitely was a theme throughout the night, but this is when I started really being like, wow, that was fucking awesome. Wasn't sure who was going to win going in, like, as far as where my opinion stood.
Yeah, I didn't, honestly, I don't think I wasted time trying to go, I think this person. I go, I don't care. Whatever happens, I'm going to be pumped on.
Most of the night I predicted this match going in, I was like, I do not know. And not predicted like I got it correct. I'm just saying I tried to guess. But anyways, always loved Black's moonsault sit-down spot, but Cole in this match immediately answering by running and grabbing a chair. The camera even like struggling to follow him. Really got me.
Yeah.
First in a curious way, but I wound up joining the crowd in the sense that they were just immediately into it. Had I maybe seen it, I would have been into it. But again, I like that the camera struggled to catch it because it showed it. Like he was like, "Oh fuck you," and just like ran over and grabbed it. Really cool.
It caught his like emotion towards it. It really got you like, oh shit, like.
Yeah, and Cole Black winds up sitting on that chair too.
Oh man.
They're doing tons of references to the fireman's carry that Cole did to Black like a couple weeks ago on TV, where he dropped him on the chair. Later in the match, both guys get kendo sticks. They're in the ring. Black winds up tossing his away and says, "Come on."
Adam Cole's reaction to that was just brilliant.
He was thrilled.
Yeah.
Gosh, he was thrilled.
He was like, "You're such an idiot."
Yeah, that's what he said. And Black then went on to Batman dodge Adam Cole's attempts at first, but then he went for another springboard moonsault type spot in mid-air, like perfectly. Adam Cole slaps him across the belly.
Literally catches him perfectly for a guy who's doing a backflip at you.
Really big guy.
Yeah, a very large man is doing a backflip at you, and he hits him dead square perfectly in the stomach with a kendo stick. Like, man,
really, really awesome.
That's crazy.
Seconds later, he's choking him with the kendo stick in his mouth. Really, really awesome. He finished that little segment or sequence off with a backstabber. Really awesome.
Yeah. That whole time he's telling him that he runs NXT and like you know
he's
what I
like,
mean?
do you know me? Do you know my name? Do you know who you're with?
Like just
all
so perfect.
classic stuff, but it's really great for him. He gets a table set up outside, reminiscent of the Jericho Kenny.
Like
table
literally,
setup.
I thought that same thing. I was like, that's the same angle and everything.
I was like, I just wonder how this is going to
Yeah.
end. And it was different in that way, but I just was like, oh, that's interesting. So anyways, table set up. Actually immediately responds to chants from the crowd regarding the table. They do like the Zack Sabre Jr. chant, but for tables, we want some tables. And he actually immediately says, you're going to get them. And I just thought that was very Ring of Honor-esque. And like,
because
like WWE's not really allowed to do that.
They don't do the talk back too much, but people, those Ring of Honor guys, Kevin, Adam Cole, they still
exactly.
do.
Kevin Owens does it all the time.
He still talks back.
Absolutely. So
and it's great.
Aleister Black launched Adam Cole off the top rope onto the trash can at one point. He winds up setting up a second table next to Cole's.
I thought he was going to get a third. I was like,
yeah,
is
me
he going
too.
to put
Same
a
time
third
he goes,
there?
but he winds up going for a ladder. Adam Cole baseball slides, kicks the ladder into Black. At this point, it's like, wow, this is already pretty exciting, especially by WWE standards. This is very exciting.
Yeah, in the newer age of Extreme Rules, this is like already gone further than most have.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Considering some of their Extreme Rules matches don't even get extreme.
We're stating now, these are going to be the most lengthy notes in this show, just because these matches were instant classics for sure. But aside from that, and as a whole, as a show, we're trying to do a better job of not dwelling on unimportant points and I guess just kind of skimming over stuff, because obviously, if you're listening to this bullshit, you've seen the fucking show.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to the match. There is a lot of really good a lot of good weapon use at this point. I'd say more than you see on most Extreme Rules pay-per-views as a whole.
Yeah, that's what sold me, really. It was compared to, like I said, compared to past Extreme Rules stuff, you've gone above and beyond what they've been doing with Extreme Rules, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
But NXT does get that like push though sometimes. I feel like they do go.
Well, yeah, trust me, we're gonna get
further.
there. I have a very specific note on parts of this match and Adam Cole's NXT run as a whole so far, involving the chair, my friend. At some point or another, Cole is in the electric chair position on top of Black and fucking gets tossed.
Tosses him forward.
Well, tosses him forward, but he goes back. His weight goes backwards, and he lands on his tailbone. But the sell is so great because he rolls back, and this is on top of a ladder set up in the corner, I believe. Right? It had to be the ladder.
Yeah, Adam Cole set it up earlier. He jammed it into like the top turnbuckle. Yeah.
Right. So he does this great sell off that move where he just like basically rolled back on top of his head, and his legs are behind his head. He's
like
really
standing
awesome.
on top of his head at that point.
Yeah, it looked really awesome. Crowd is booing the medical staff, tending to Cole's hand, where all throughout this match I'm wondering, where is the blood coming from that they're wiping all over each other's body? Clearly Adam Cole like split his hand open on something. I'm going to go back and rewatch this. I'm sure be able to figure it out. But probably one of the weapon uses earlier in the match.
Got him.
Hope he's okay. Hope that's not a problem. Obviously wasn't in this match, but hope it's not an annoyance going forward because, he's had small medical annoyances before in the just
that would hinder the progression. That would be a bummer.
Yeah, just having to deal with it would be annoying. But the staff did a really good job quickly while replays were showing, wrapping his thumb with black tape. And then this is one of the best parts of the match. And Aleister Black has Adam Cole knelt over the chair. He goes up top. Cole picks up the chair and throws it at him. Yeah. He catches it, but then Cole super kicks the chair into Black's head, and what do you know? He falls off and goes crashing through both tables on the outside. He even gets a cut on his back from the liner of the table. Yeah. Which was timely because Megan was watching this with me, and she was like, "I wonder how the tables never cut these guys."
And
there you go.
It just did.
At first, semi-conventionally, if you will, only to build to the point of something unconventional happening in a second, but semi-conventionally, Cole places the chair to get two chairs together to make like a table, but then he decides he's a sick motherfucker, and he turns them back to back and makes like a spike type situation.
Yeah.
But takes so much time doing so, and more specifically praising his little creation,
that
Aleister Black, he in fact gets up and fireman's carry slam. Which obviously is a callback to the fireman's carry that Cole hit on TV a couple weeks ago. And he hits it on this nasty spike. They show the replay. That hurt.
Yeah, and like Adam Cole's just actually screaming. He just actually probably is in pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They did it probably as safely as they could, but there's just no way to not land on that without actually,
Yeah, it looked great,
hurting.
but that hurt his back for
Yeah.
sure. And so I could be looking too far into this. It could just be a similar type thing, but I thought Black maybe almost got the win with the way Adam Cole won the War Games match with the Shining Wizard to the chair, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Because that's what he did to Eric Young, I'm pretty sure. But anyways,
so.
Undisputed Era comes out. And they wind up pulling Black off of Adam Cole, pull him to the outside, hit their little finish. I forget the name of it right now.
Yeah.
Like total elimination or something like that.
It's...
They work him on the outside. They're setting him up on the announce table. Look like they're going to do something fucking crazy.
Yeah, honestly, it was
like I had no idea what Kyle O'Reilly was teasing
what
that
are
he
you
was
guys
going to do. But
what's going on here?
Maybe some kind of suplex. And anyways, here comes Sanity. They come running in. They work Kyle O'Reilly and Fish to the back, but not before Killian Dane hits his huge suicide dive. And again, just rambling about this match because this thing was fucking jam-packed.
I wasn't
a lot of stuff.
I wasn't very surprised with Undisputed coming out, but Sanity caught me a little bit. I was like, oh, cool.
But it was awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
And Killian Dane's dive was awesome and a good way
man.
to kind of work the momentum down, at least, or work the focus off those guys after just coming in. So Cole at this point realizes that Black is still knocked out or near the table and wants to go finish the job. Dude, I got so mad. My network went out as this table spot broke.
Oh, no.
Came back on, saw the replay,
Yeah.
and again, I'm going to go rewatch it, but I fucking screamed for about a second and a half. I was like, you got to be joking.
And just the way it happened. Oh,
yeah, because
man.
Cole goes to suplex him through the table. He gets Black gets himself out of it, and as Cole is like worked down and standing in front of the table, Black stands up on the structure he was worked on top of in the first place, and he does this diving double knee through the table at Adam Cole. Literally was just saying to Megan the other day, and I know female wrestlers have done it in the WWE, and luchador type wrestlers have done it in like a soft type way, but I've just saying the other day, someone should do a double knees to like over the top rope to the outside, because that shit would look like it fucking killed.
Yeah, because Sasha does
this
it.
Was
been doing it
10.
lately. The double knee to like people.
Sasha does it. Sasha does it in general.
Yeah.
She's,
but not that extreme and crazy.
Ricochet maybe will bring that to the table.
Yeah,
he does that.
Hopefully,
and I like it's not overused yet. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. And anyways, this spot was awesome. Never seen somebody put somebody through an announce table with it. And Aleister Black is big enough that like just physically speaking, made a lot of sense. You know?
Yeah, it just looked like that was it.
So, anyways, coming to the end of this match, back in the ring, Adam Cole hits a super kick. It kind of takes too much time at that point, holding the chair and saying over and over again, "I'm going to end you," which was really cool.
Yeah.
And because he's doing that, Black gets up and hits the black mask right across Adam Cole's face. Always looks great. Looks really great when he's in there with a guy as great as Adam Cole.
Kind of looked like it hit him like in the armpit, not the face.
On the replay showed it, he got him across.
Yeah,
the
did he? Yeah. Just because when I first watched it, it literally looked like he kicked the man right in the armpit.
Yeah, this match though was fucking great.
Oh yeah,
this match was top to bottom.
Phenomenal match.
Really, really good. Someone made a point to say, I'll assume tomorrow, that Paul Heyman, having been in the intro and being Philadelphia and all that, has to be looking on very proud. And honestly, man, I really thought that for a WWE standard, like this match was a hardcore match. It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It definitely held up to the standard of calling it an Extreme Rules match, at least, because like I said, the past couple ones that we have gotten were the exact opposite of that.
Yeah, you see like one chair shot, and don't get me wrong, man. If you're good enough workers that you don't need it, and then you just throw in the chair shot because, like I've heard Jericho say that before, that's cool. That's cool, but not everyone's Jericho. So
exactly, it's
mostly like if you tell me it's something, it better be that something.
And we're talking about a guy who's been in just insanely ridiculous extreme matches, so you can't, you know what I mean? There's a lot to live up to.
Yeah, Adam Cole, I would hold this up to his Ring of Honor hardcore matches and world title defenses, if not better than in certain ways, because there was a lot of story escalation, and he didn't look weak putting Black over, and Black really is in the NXT universe, as much as Asuka's not in it anymore, he definitely is becoming the Asuka equivalent. He's kind of beating everybody. So, great match. Here's something that left me wondering, and has left me wondering about, like I mentioned earlier, since Adam Cole's coming to NXT. So, like, is there just leniency overall with the chair and the head? Is it because it's NXT and Triple H is in charge?
Are they allowing
Is it
him
Adam
to be a
Cole
little more
specifically?
lenient? Yeah, because he has had a few situations where he's been a part of something like that.
Especially if Aleister Black's chair near fall finish tonight, that Undisputed Era broke up, was a callback to Adam Cole's finish at War Games. Adam Cole might as well count as a spot that Adam Cole got. And again, when you use that one, the War Games one, and the Super Kick one tonight, dude, that's 3 chair shot to the head spots. That's 3 more than like John Cena's had in the past couple years.
It very well could be a situation where NXT gets a little bit of a leeway.
Yeah, because they're not on cable.
They're not on TV at all, for those particular things. So maybe it's just one of those things where you can kind of get away with it. Or it could be one of those things where they openly know, we might get some, slack for it, but fuck it.
Well, between that and like the word wrestler and title getting used, it just makes me wonder.
Yeah, if things
on that
are,
quick note, quick sidestep, the Revival, or Scott Dawson from the Revival, had some kind of tweet where he hashtagged, top guys, no flips, just fists. But then the last one was professional rest, and then it was a bunch of like asterisks and symbols. It actually ruined the hashtag in that way, but I thought it was cool because I think it's him addressing the fact that people like us are like, whoa, they're saying that word about that. So good for those guys, and then maybe that will amount to like more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially for them at least.
I love them.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to this fucking great show. Just really wondering what that chair stuff is going to be. We'll see moving forward. What do you know it? Acknowledging the crowd as the newest NXT signing, EC3, called exactly that as well. TNA, we do know, is on a make amends marathon, if you will, giving creative rights back to the people who were involved. So,
I think they're in the path of a little bit of a
Well, it is that, but it is the guy who was there coming in and settling legality stuff because he doesn't want a bad rap anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they're just in a bigger, revolution of, all right, let's get things back on the right path here. And if that's little things those things can be done, then do them and just let things roll.
Well, because if they want to live in a world where WWE looks at them serious as competition or something to share, they can't act so insecure and be like, well, that's our gimmick, and especially when they're failing, because it might all selfishly be for nothing in the end. So it's the right thing to do. And on that quick note, again, to quickly sidestep, Matt Hardy's new shirt is very cool. I don't know if you saw it.
Sick.
It's dope. WWE's doing a good job in their own WWE way. I still prefer the TNA broken gimmick for sure, at least as of right now.
Definitely. But
it, just because it was his, someone gave him some money and said go. Crazy,
yeah, exactly.
And that was cool. But this is good. And anyways, back to, and the only reason I'm building up is because this match has quite a bit of notes. This match,
I really thought, we were talking, we're like, nothing can top that Adam Cole and Aleister Black match, and then
because that felt
here
like,
comes
wow.
this fucking match.
Dude, this match, I hate that people say this about so many matches in January between Wrestle Kingdom, Royal Rumble, clearly now takeovers, and whatever else is happening, but this is like serious match of the year contender, dude. I wouldn't even call them near falls, false finishes. This match just had this was like director's cut.
This was just like a
movie.
brawl.
You know what I mean? So long and like twists and turns and like the kind of thing that you just normally would expect them to be like, no, cut this out and trim that. And
it got to the point where you just stop
match.
Going, oh, this is it, or this is it. You just go,
I have no idea
who
what's going to
knows,
happen.
man.
I've never been happier.
Yep.
So a really great video package for this one, the best one of the night in Johnny's case. Just like, it's easy to throw together a underdog type video package, at least for them. I'm not saying I know how to do it. I'm just, it's easy for them to do that, but it's hard for it to be believable.
Yeah.
And at least truly believable. And this is like, man, go get it, kid type thing. You
Seriously.
Know what I mean? Almost comes out full luchador.
So sick.
Yeah, his whole getup was great. The fists on his knees.
Yeah.
I
don't think you could have a better. I don't know. It's cool to see this happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
in what world
does
this happen?
The nod.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he was accompanied by a luchador.
Mariachi?
What am I looking for? Yes, mariachi. Thank you. Luchador mariachi band. That was very cool.
They were shredding dick too.
They were shredding. They were going out.
They were letting that song have it.
Weird. I wouldn't even call it a critique. Just weird thing I noticed. Johnny's video stuff was playing late on the music though.
Yeah, it was a little.
The camera could have just maybe nodded down some and eliminated that visual problem. But what? It just doesn't matter. It's NXT, especially for that reason. It just doesn't matter. Yeah. But I just thought that was kind of weird because it literally took like a minute or so. And anyways, his entrance vest was entirely redeemable to that small flaw because he looked really cool.
Yeah. Crowd was just having it. They were
very into him.
Yeah.
And very into both guys, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone had their equal backing, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of Los Ingobernables signs.
I saw that, and I was pumped on that.
First 5 or 6 minutes of this match was a lot of mat wrestling. And that was really awesome. Gargano obviously is the man, but Almas also has chops that he's probably like yet to fully show off at NXT, and he can do that with somebody like Johnny.
It was a cool back and forth that really showed off each other. You know, like you knew you were about to get something. These guys are just kind of just giving you the nice appetizer of how good they both are within. And
it was like a really good appetizer too.
Yeah,
because it was like, man, you guys could do this the whole time, and I wouldn't be mad. But I know what you mean. There was obviously more to come, and even just minutes later or a minute or so later, a lot of exchange of like move attempts and reversals on, near, and around the apron, from dives, landing moonsaults off the apron, landing on their feet, super kicked that resulted in Gargano doing, he's standing on the apron, super kicks Almas, and goes for his classic running flip off the apron, but Almas moves, and not only that, as shown in the slow motion replay, kind of assists on the move with it like a shove slam thing. Gargano slaps the ground doing this failed flip off the apron. And that already gave like this element to this match. And we're like a couple minutes into it. Or 7 minutes into it, whatever. Let's see. Almost gets Johnny in the ring. And he's kind of beating his ass for a while. And there's a brief comeback. But then when Almas goes for his double stomp to kind of reverse the comeback, he's in a trio woe. He's got Johnny hanging in the trio woe.
Yeah. Johnny
intelligently moves, kind of like how as you basically always should, unless you're really beat down and put in the trio woe, because it's not that hard to escape.
Yeah.
And he rolls out of it, dodges like a clothesline, and it turns into this awesome belly to belly like toss into the turnbuckle.
Really smooth.
Or
like the
very
whole
real.
Yeah,
looking,
like the whole like interaction was just like, oh wow, that like is very believable. Like, oh wow, that
it was an actual comeback.
Yeah,
because like he wasn't couple moves, and then he gets him down. It was couple moves. Oh, he didn't get him. Oh wait, he got him. Oh, he didn't get him. Oh, he got him. Really good. There was this like tornado. Basically, it would be like a Russian leg sweep or like a faceplant type thing, but it was like a diving tornado. Yeah, it was great.
I don't know what to call it. I screamed.
I'm gonna remember the name or think of the name in like a week, but I just cannot tonight. It also was followed by like a really great slingshot spear. I'd say one of his best.
That one was pretty on point.
Just a good body matchup for him and Almas, because they're both like Gargano's smaller. Almas is like smaller but bigger, but just the matchup between the two, they can really,
Almas is just a big small guy, and then obviously Gargano's
ripped, like he's in fucking great shape. So near falls off of both those moves. He went for this flip type powerbomb thing, almost again reverses his moonsault, landing on his feet. He did that so many times in this match, and in a good way, not in a monotonous way. Insane he could keep doing it. He hit the running double knees on Johnny in the corner. He tried to do a second one. Johnny moves and he slams into the corner. And the crowd at this point is just so they're just really into both of these guys. The Fight Forever stuff is coming up, and they're really, really loving these guys, and rightfully so. This match was like 20 minutes deep at this point, and you had no idea. Like it still felt like there was so much more to it, and there was.
Yeah, you got to this point where you're like, oh man, it's close to the end, but then you like somehow knew certain things were happening, like, oh, there's going to be a whole lot more to this. This is just...
Yeah, I mean, it was just clear the crowd was happy with their money spent.
Absolutely.
Because NXT chants were happening. The excitement for the night was, for the most part, was like consistent and only like an up, what's the word am I looking for? It only went up from the beginning, from the start.
Yeah. There was no
like
down
said,
to the last two matches, like, ever. There was never a down moment.
And you would have thought after the second to last one, this one couldn't have followed it up, even though you knew it was going to be great. And this was better. It was a better
and I think that's what made it even good, even gooder. God dang. It made it even better was, like, I really didn't. I was like, I don't know how you're going to match.
Without a stipulation.
Yeah, you're gonna match up to Cole and Aleister Black, and then here they come, and they crush.
Yeah, it was really, really good. Gargano's going for another slingshot spear. He gets caught, and he gets kneed on the face, and then face planted into the mat. Really cool. Almost goes for the hammerlock DDT on the apron, and then a fireman's carry type move on the apron. But Gargano gets out of both, and he ends up hitting his own slingshot DDT on the apron. I thought that spot was really well executed and safely performed by
Everything
both guys.
was so aggressive. Like, you believe that these guys really just wanted.
But at the same time, you can
Yeah.
see they are not hurting each other because they're
Oh
both
yeah,
just
yeah.
that.
You know, they're
very,
obviously
very
being
good at
safe,
wrestling.
but you believe that these guys are going at it and they're pulling out just anything they can.
He was getting wrapped. His nose and his
man.
mouth were busted open.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened after that. Johnny reverses another double knees and hits this lariat that makes almost do the moonsault, which is pretty great.
Yeah. I love when that happens. I pop.
And especially when it's like a
happens, for
mismatched
anyone.
guy because
Yeah.
it looks like true
'Cause you're
strength.
Like, oh man.
He hit the lawn dart, which is great. Just a lot of near falls for Gargano, and
Yeah.
Morrow makes a point to say that he hasn't tried to use the super kick as a finish since the DIY days. I really felt at that point the warmth in my heart that I knew
Yeah.
Ciampa was coming. Didn't know when or how, but I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's great. He just killed it this whole night, Mauro Ranallo. He was
Yeah.
fantastic, and he was great in this match. Almost
Very
winds up
rarely
hitting
do you
it-
get that with commentary these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially like I said, accompanied by only Percy, who also did a good job. Morrow in specific did a fucking great job. He's awesome, and we love him. So, almost hits his double stomp on the apron from the trio row type situation again, though on the apron. Gargano's Cell Master Supreme. Almost winds up tossing Johnny into the ring screen over and over again.
Yeah,
Looks
just
like brutal. He's like assaulting
man.
him.
At this point, I'm just like, oh god.
And then finally hits another double knees in the corner, but Johnny fucking kicks out. And I was like, at this point, I was like, I cannot believe this dude.
Yeah.
He winds up getting him in the Gargano escape one time or another, but at this particular time, he really looked like a wrestling machine. He was just like rolling around with him.
Yeah.
Zelina's distracting the ref, almost rakes the eyes to get out of the hold. And when Gargano's outside, he hits an awesome dive, actually, while Almas is with his back facing the ring.
Yeah.
So he, like, face forward hits a barricade. And then Zelina, while the ref isn't looking, with Almas rolling back in the ring, Zelina hits this great Rana off the apron, and Gargano goes into the steps. And
Yeah,
the
it was
post.
very perfect. Like, shit. They sold that really well.
Yeah, I like her getting involved so much.
Absolutely.
And she definitely helps with the talking of it all. Even though she's not the best talker in the world, she obviously is better than him, and just in general is
every
good
once in a
for
while she gets a
management.
little too ahead of herself. She gets too what was the chick from White Man Can't Jump, Rosie Perez. She gets a little too nasally.
Attemptive Rosie Perez.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It just gets a little
I do know what you
too nasally and harsh, and you're like, dial it back a little. But either way, she's great, and she's killing it on the managerial front.
Yeah, she's definitely good,
Yeah.
and good for him. She's
Absolutely.
elevating. They're elevating each other.
And
I
their
should
social
say.
media stuff is killing it too, just because they they bounce off each other. It's really cool.
Right. So at this point, it seems like the setup for the finish. Gargano gets in and almost hits the hammerlock DDT too, but fucking Johnny kicks out.
Yeah, relentless.
Johnny wrestling chants are just filling this place. And when Zelina goes to attack Johnny again on the outside, what do you know it? Eric fucking called it.
Called this motherfucker.
Candice LeRae jumps the barricade and lays out Zelina. Then Gargano hits.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
There was just something about the angles and the way they were really showing her.
I thought so too. I just thought, I don't know.
And I was like,
maybe
they
her
just
debut would
signed
be
her,
different.
and they're doing this like underdog thing with him, and there's just something about it. And I knew that she got involved last time with Drew. And,
Right. And she
like,
has gotten involved with Johnny before. I guess I just thought that I really thought Johnny was going to win, and I didn't think he needed anyone's help to win. So that's the only reason I didn't know that would happen. But anyways, you called that, and that was awesome. Gargano ends up hitting another slingshot DDT, followed by another Gargano escape, but almost gets his foot on the rope. And this is legitimately the point where I was like, okay, I don't know anything about anything.
Yeah.
Clearly, I don't know what's happening.
I've never known a thing about
wrestling. This is the best
wrestling
match
ever.
I've ever seen. Almost hits another double knees, but this time Gargano's sitting up against the ring post light covering thing on the apron. That was really great.
Just disgusting.
Yeah, the running double knees that time. And then seconds later, he gets the win with the hammerlock DDT off the top rope, which, as we mentioned earlier in the show, was the move that he injured Drew McIntyre completely on accident by, and it was just cool to see it pulled off safely. Looked fucking vicious.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing match, and what do you know it? After almost gets out of there with his belt and his woman, Ciampa's on the way. I mean, Gargano was on the way up to the top of the ramp with his wife. And who do you know comes smacking Johnny in the back with a crutch but Tommaso Ciampa. So
We both
Really
got one. We
both got everyone gets one style for this
just
one.
once.
I said the show was about a 9 out of 10, and regarding the last hour, about a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, if you're taking the last like half of it, a 10. Like
it's like a 9 because of small bumps here or there, natural bumps in a wrestling match type thing, and then just to be honest, like I said, I think Velveteen Dream and Ono would kill it with another shot, but just wasn't.
Absolutely.
Tonight wasn't the night for their match.
Just those two in matches alone. Like if you're not excited about the future,
if
then
you're not
fucking
down
idiot.
with that, then we got 2 words for you.
Like these guys, all of them on their own right have been, something like Cole and Gargano and Almas. They've all been, people that have been on the radar for a little bit and clearly good. But this just solidifies.
Built their own brand. And
they've done their own thing. Like each one of them has done their own thing, and just they're finally to this point where. Dude, if you just aren't behind them, you're not a wrestling fan. Like this is, I haven't
doing
been
the
this.
Ingobernable's fist pre-match.
Seriously, it's.
Dude, okay.
I think it's one of those things.
My crazy conspiracy guess now. Not going to happen, but obviously.
Jericho
you don't comes out in the Rumble, right? Jericho comes out in the Rumble.
Oh, so you think it's a parallel?
And then Naito comes out.
Nah, buddy, come on.
Obviously, buddy, come on. But
trust me.
Buddy, come on. A year ago to Jericho wrestling at Wrestle Kingdom.
This is the thing, though, is I love when you do this because you rarely do unnatural, not happening guest things.
It's just like every now and then I get a whim.
Now imagine.
Yeah.
You imagine a situation where Andrade is feuding with Jericho and Naito's feuding with Jericho, and then.
Just how Jericho is it, though, to especially be so public about, no, this is the way Vince reacted to it. And, we just talked about it, and he said, you have to do it.
And no matter, right now, I love that everyone's getting to just even hint at their thing. You know what I mean? Like, Vince, years ago, there would be no chance in hell that that's happening.
No chance! No chance!
You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, I do.
Openly, the club is just saying BC this and that, and obviously what
they just have to realize now it's not. No, I know what you mean, but they just have to realize now it's not about.
And like him doing the Los Ingobernables stuff, like it makes me feel so good because I like that you get to do that. Like that's his thing, so why can he not at least hint at it, even if it's not used? That's cool. It doesn't need to be used.
Yeah, I mean that's how they were with Balor for a minute.
Exactly, But you know what? If they feel like that's what they want to add a little flavor to the thing, why not?
So we really enjoyed this pay-per-view. We enjoyed the current NXT roster, and this was great. Obviously, we are late on our weekend show in a way, even though we're doing it on a Saturday night. But we made this executive decision earlier today because we realized otherwise we'd be previewing the pay-per-view that would have been airing or if not over by the time we upload the episode. So we decided to just watch it instead.
Probably the most ahead we've been.
Yeah, it gives us what I was getting at. It gives us the advantage of not having to recap the weeks of NXT the week of NXT that we missed and then the one we just watched because it all just culminated.
We got a whole lot to...
And oh, buddy, are we about to dive into our quick segue segment, if you will? Because we're going to cap this thing off with a... Well, we're going to... Yes, and you're just going to listen to the sound of me falling. No, but we're going to cap this thing off at the very end with as extensive as possible Royal Rumble preview. But right now, this is the pit stop for Eric's ROH recap.
Ayo.
Because while I did, in fact, watch the 2 Ring of Honors, the one we missed and then the one from this past week, and they were both great, I just don't have a full memory of the structure, so Eric is going to give us his exact, very short, and not so specific notes to jog my memory and his. And we're going to try and skim through this quick.
Yeah, well, you wanna go
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks. All right, so we start out with the Ospreay Jay Lethal match, which I actually did have stuff for because
Well, yeah,
this is
match is crazy.
Like,
we'll sum it up because you should just go watch it with. Ends with an ass cutter attempt, caught with a catch cutter, and then solidified with a lethal injection.
And the whole time you had Marty on commentary, which was a nice,
reinstating that he really does want his world title shot. So
and he's obviously had feuds with both these guys in different promotions at different times, and it just was a nice, I don't know, it just felt right. And even more so if there was like a 3-way situation with him. Oh, what a match.
Absolutely. So that's great.
After that, you had Grisham on Coleman's pulpit, which has been killing it lately. Coleman.
Yeah, he was given the choice of the high chair or the low chair. He took the high chair and.
I love how it started
it.
as such a joke, and then it's just like, oh yeah, he's on the high chair.
He addressed it to the production crew, and then made a bunch of short jokes. It was funny though. Yeah. Coleman's been killing it.
Absolutely, and Grisham's been getting his time, as of lately.
Love the little guy,
the little man, the little wrestler man.
Inspiration.
After that, you have Kenny King versus Brian Malonis. I'm not sure on the pronunciation.
Yeah, I forget his last name, but the importance of this match, obviously, other than seeing Kenny King, who is super dope, is that our man Brian is going to be Beer City Bruiser's new Tease tag team partner. So clearly, this is to solidify the stable with Silas, and that's a lot of S's, a lot of B's. Threw them all at you, but it's no BS,
a lot of large
baby.
Men.
You hear that? You just cut off my fantastic.
I'm sorry, buddy.
That's all right. It wasn't good.
No,
you probably did everyone a favor. But the point is, that's why it's worth mentioning, and that is cool. But two big guys, backing up the less real man. It's good stuff.
Seriously, I hope they do more stuff with him, just because they, like with him being champ and whatnot, and them trying to have a tag team. See what happens
with all those new
it.
belts. That would be cool.
Yeah, very cool. After that, you get I have a SoCal promo.
Yes, SoCal Uncensored.
Yeah, so Uncensored. I forgot.
That's right, baby.
Yeah,
I'm into that. It's very indie wrestling.
No, yeah, it's very cool, and I like how they've kind of like just jumped from thing to thing and not made it a thing.
Yeah, because they're at the point in the career they can do that, and Scorpio Sky could use the time. He's being featured in some of the Being the Elite stuff now, and that's cool.
And then.
What's their promo about, though? I'm sorry. It's basically they're starting a feud with the Hung Bucks.
Basically, yeah, they're coming after the. I think they're coming after Six Man, which that'll be good. It's always good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Come on, man.
I think they already have a match set up for a TV taping.
Yeah, and gives Scorpio Sky a chance to work with top tier stuff, and as we know, sometimes that just makes people good. Look at Flip.
Oh yeah, dude.
Flip's gotten progressively.
Scorpio Sky is very good.
Yeah, and he's good, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you're saying.
And then after that, we get the Kingdom versus Dalton Castle and those boys.
The boys.
Don't forget those little boys.
That was a good match.
Actually, I was very impressed. Obviously, the boys they're no slouch, but they definitely had their time to shine and do their little spots, and I thought that was super cool because you don't get to see them that often, especially with Dalton being
in action and
champ. I
don't know, just a good TV main event.
And I'm just avid Matt Taven.
Well, yeah, and I was just gonna say I like the way he's been involved in the last couple episodes, if you will.
Yeah.
So yeah, this match was good. Dalton Castle won, I believe, right?
Yes, they came out on top.
He won with the whirly. What's that called again?
I can't off the top of my head. Yeah, it's literally.
I can't remember right now.
He whirly birds that man around.
He whirly derby whirls him. It was good though.
Whirly derby whirls him.
Good episode of television. All right, this past week I watched them back to back, and I actually enjoyed it that way.
This week we started out with the Dogs in Motor City.
He said, "Don't be silly. I'm the big dog, and this is little Willie."
Man, they as as a comical and funny as a team they are.
I like it because they're sort of mocking Roman Reigns.
Seriously,
you know what I mean?
I feel like,
but that's
probably not.
That's
but if that's what I want to believe, then that's what's happening.
Absolutely,
but not really a very crazy match. Nothing to
Yeah, you said Motor City Machine Guns, right?
For the tag title. So it's cool that there's titleage on the line, but obviously titleage. You know what I mean?
Dude, I love that.
Yeah. Obviously, the Dogs are just not beating Motor City on TV for the tag titles. Or you never know. Ring of Honor does like to spice things up, but
no, but they're not.
All this is just setting up for the Briscoes to come out.
Right.
And tell Motor City that they have their belts. That's rightfully their property. They
actually deserve that titleage. They just talked to their doctor and they're missing some titleage.
I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. I'm kind of not that excited, and I don't know. Well, don't mean this in a negative way, but
right, that's fine. You have the option to not be, but you will love the match.
Oh, it will be good because the Briscoes, as much as I don't like that, their characters bug me in a real life way, but they're just so damn good. They bug me. And Motor City, Motor City needs some time to
I love them,
grow.
but I will
They're
admit,
awesome.
Motor City, their last final battle finish was shit.
Yeah. It sometimes seems like they might be a little better by themselves than they are as a team, but I do like them.
We'll see. What happened next?
You get Josh Woods versus Grisham. Josh the Goods
versus the little buddy, the octopus.
I do like this super, like, you know, like the commentary pointed out the pure wrestling thing they got going here with, you know, obviously, you know, the MMA.
Josh the Goods Woods is obviously rough. Like,
he's nowhere near the level of Grisham, but
definitely, like,
they're using what they got.
Character-wise and everything, that's what they're selling.
And Grisham, obviously, you know, after some wrestling around, they did a lot of mat wrestling and a lot of stuff, and then Grisham comes out with the win. Like I said, they're not really much to pick at. You know, Woods is a little rough. I give him a little time; he won't be bad.
Yeah, no, he just needs time.
Yeah, a lot of the MMA guys are hit and miss, and who knows? You know, you just don't know with them sometimes. But
I like him overall. I don't hate him.
I don't mind. Yeah, I don't hate him, and there's lots of the MMA guys where I'm just like, ugh, no. But we'll see. After that, you get Coast to Coast on Coleman's pulpit, and they're poking at them saying weeks and just a long time ago that if they don't win again, that they're gonna split up.
Right.
Honestly, for me, I not that I forgot about it because it happened while they were here.
Right. No, but I get where you're getting at overall. I think that was the point, though, to just explain it a bit more and remind you of it. As bad as that sounds.
But with the way their TV taping is and their pay-per-views, I understand why it's happening this way. Obviously,
they're just trying to show in general it's not as dramatic as it maybe seemed in Lakeland.
It's more so just that's the stipulation.
We're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
All right, so what happened? I remember that. What happened after that?
After that, you get just a good old juicy promo from the Cody Man.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You remember what he said? No.
He comes out and he kind of gracefully.
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah, he gracefully says he's
treading lightly here.
Yeah.
So he walks. I'm thinking like promo in the back. I just remember what this is. So Cody's in the ring. He puts over Dalton. He says Dalton was the better man at Final Battle.
Yeah.
And he
tried to strip him down of everything, and he still got the better of him.
And then he says, while he may have the championship, he's guaranteed his rematch. He will be acting on that soon. That's fucking great.
Oh yeah.
But then he goes on to say, while he has the belt, I still have the official and only Ring of Honor. Yada yada yada, some other stuff. And Matt Taven comes out. Eric is about half chub at this point.
Oh, maybe even 3/4. Who knows?
Who's to say?
But at this point, man, you've already sold me. He doesn't have to say a word. But then Taven comes out and he just gives it to Cody, and
calls him a bitch.
He seriously tells him because of his last name that they can't even talk about. I mean, he just kills it, man.
And he started the promo at the top of the ramp.
And the Kingdom. The rest of
Mm-hmm.
them are just at the top of the ramp at that point. I'm pretty sure they just stay at the top of the ramp. I thought that was really cool. They're there, but obviously not in the middle. And just as you think that Matt Taven has just given it to Cody and he's got nothing, Cody comes back.
It says what happens is Taven makes fun of Cody's hair, and then Cody says that hair got a bigger pop at Final Battle than you'll ever get in your career. Matt Taven says that's true. And he knows that that's true.
Oh, man.
But anyways, this segment awesomely culminates with Cody making Matt Taven kiss the ring, which he in fact does do.
I'm very surprised that he does, but obviously
and then he punts Cody's nuts.
He just gives it to him. This, it
was awesome.
Sometimes, when you're watching, Ring of Honor, obviously because of it being what it is, sometimes you get that lack of TV and stuff like that. But then you get a segment like this that just... boom, shoots them right back. These guys got it. And,
this was good, and these guys can have whether it's short or extended or whatever, have a good little program moving forward.
And
what happened after that?
It feeds into the Bullet Club Kingdom thing more, which is also cool. After that, you get just an insane match from Dragon Lee and Teton, the CMLL Luchas, Best Friends, and the Young Bucks.
You're right, a 3-way tag match.
Which
this match was crazy. Featured a lot of lucha type flip stuff on pretty much all accounts. Bucks won. Matt Jackson looked really strong in the win. They won with a Meltzer driver, but he did the whole screaming pick you up thing we were referencing with Velveteen Dream and Brock Lesnar earlier. Yeah, I was
super pumped on this match because obviously I went into it going, man, it's just going to be lots of spots and but it actually turned out to be extremely great. The CMLL guys really got to shine. I honestly thought they might pull it off because it did seem like they might get it.
I did not know who's going to win.
And obviously best friends, you know what I mean? Chuck T, man, just phenomenal wrestler. But the Bucks come out on top like they do. Yeah, and as they should, you know what I mean? Like just great stuff and good for, a main event for just TV of Ring of Honor.
I'm seeing on Twitter Cody Rhodes saying, I don't know if anyone's noticed, Matt and Nick have gained 15 to 20 pounds in pure muscle alone. So it looks like this drug-free setup is definitely going to be mocking Roman Reigns, or at the very least the steroid accusations being thrown at maybe people like Jinder
and why
just
not?
Other athletes as a whole, maybe fighters.
If no one's going to do anything, why not the people that can get away with it and actually it means something?
Yeah, especially while they can, if any of them are going to go to the
exactly, because you never know. Because we'd say they will eventually. It's just
so now we're up to speed on Ring of Honor. We'll be back to it next weekend. But to cap off this pretty enjoyable, in my opinion, weekend show,
absolutely,
we are gonna go to the Royal Rumble preview card. I've got some more extensive stuff than I would have had if I was going off of my basis, only by a few matches, but still, it's good to know. And at least according to this card, I am right in that the 2 out of 3 falls match should open the show, the actual show tomorrow.
Really, that's cool.
But
and there's
obviously, go ahead.
There's a few pre-show stuff that's actually
we're getting
to that too.
Yeah, we're
because that pre-show is actually pretty stacked.
Yes, those are 2 of those matches were the ones I didn't know about. The one I knew about. But we're gonna get there in a second. The promotion for this Rumble is, I'd say, pretty goddamn good. There's a good chance we're gonna see the Undertaker there. Eric said he heard that he was spotted in Philly.
Yeah, there's a lot of Twitter talk.
Just a pretty cryptic
I think it's a lot more to do with Michelle being in the Women's Rumble.
Right.
I think that's the bigger possibility of it. But them both being here,
is he still with her?
I don't know, but they were. The talk and rumor said that they were both spotted in Philly, but it was in the same sentences. So I don't know if that was together. I'm not sure, but either way, they were both spotted in Philly.
Yeah, no, I definitely believe that. I just can't. I feel like
they might not be, but like I said, all the rumors had them lumped together.
They got married in 2010, and he's still married to her. So yeah.
And on top of that, there's a lot of Ronda really solidifying that she's not in the country stuff on Instagram and stuff like that. So people may think that that's it could be her just making you think that she's really not in the country. Who the fuck knows?
Well, like I was saying, the promotion for this Rumble is good. There's a lot of big title stuff at stake.
Seriously,
a lot of first-time opportunity
hefty.
At stake in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Just a groundbreaking Rumble altogether.
And we also are going to have to include this upcoming week when we talk about this Rumble. I guess we'll see if we have to, because if we don't, then goddamn it, we won't. But Triple H went on Facebook Live after the show tonight.
I was interested, but
I'd like to see if he said anything important, but we'll see. Last thing we'll touch on before we go into this Rumble preview, New Japan had New Beginning on Friday, and that review is going to be included in this upcoming weekday episode. We do not have that much time. As much time as we do have, much is not one of them. At least this particular weekend. I had to work on a Friday so that I would be off.
And on top of that, I mean, even the, next show, that's a hefty bitch.
Yeah, we'll get through it. Though, like I said, we're starting to try to do a better job with specifically television, specifically Monday Night Raw, with how goddamn long it is. Just try and skim more than dwell. Other than on fun opinion-based banner, because that's the whole point.
And if I want to tell you about it, I'll talk about it however long I want. Damn it.
That's right.
Because I'm a man. I'm a man. This is America.
If you want to listen to this show, then fuck you.
All right.
So So yeah, this card is looking good, like Eric mentioned from the pre-show on. This first one's a little random. Obviously, don't have to super talk about reasons why. It's probably a mess of a booking situation, but the Cruiserweight's way of getting last-minute booked on is going to be actually pairing of Kalisto, Lince Dorado, and Grand Metalik, which we saw for the first time on 205 Live.
Pumped on.
Yeah, they're great. It's basic, but their little Dragon Ball Z-esque pose makes them very cool. I love all three.
Yeah, as I was saying, and
I love them in an escalated order
it.
as well. I love Grand Metalik the most. I really like Lince Dorado, and then Kalisto is fine. Nothing against him. I'm just saying,
he is just
first of all,
okay.
Decide which mask you're going for.
Very
sometimes
true.
he looks like Phoenix, sometimes he looks like Drago, and then sometimes he looks like Rey Mysterio, and it's like...
Yeah. But either way, I like the grouping of them, and I
like how much he changes his mask. I just think he should do the colors with one kind of them, and maybe only bring out the special dragon one for like a Mania.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like you were saying, sorry, the grouping of them is great, and anyways,
and it's not like a cheap hey, we're putting these guys together, obviously,
right? Because they're all luchadors. Yeah. They're calling them like the luchadors of 205 Live.
Yeah,
so
which is
maybe they'll be like the 205 luchadors.
Exactly. I'm just give them a little thing.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be Kalisto, Lince Dorado, Grand Metalik going up against TJP, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak to start the show off.
It's not bad. It should be good. You know what I mean?
Excited to see it.
And like you said, anything with Gulak, just let the man go. Let him do it all.
Yep, and that'll be the very first on the pre. Then we got the Balor Club in Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson taking on the Revival.
Just gotta be good.
Yeah, that'll probably be a good match. It's probably gonna be short, but it's probably gonna be good. So hopefully, if it's at least longer than the Raw 25 match, I'll be happy with it.
And maybe a little bit more time for them to shine instead of it being an ass whooping for the older guys.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a squash. Although I do want to see the Balor Club win.
Yeah, they need to win. They were doing a lot of losing lately.
Unless again the Revival's going to win to set up an angle between these guys.
Exactly. Then it's A-okay with me, buddy.
Then the U.S. Championship is going to be on the line in an open challenge, basically returning under Bobby Roode now. So we'll see who he's going to take on.
I hope it's a nice little...
It's going to be Dolph Ziggler, you got to assume, with the other belt, maybe, or...
I think, maybe you save it, though.
For who?
No, I mean, like, you save the Dolph Roode thing for when it's not on the pre-show.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah, I'm just trying to be nice about it. No one wants to see that.
Just saying. We'll see. If Ziggler comes back with a cool enough gimmick, then he won't be on the pre-show next time.
I saw someone tweet earlier. I can't wait for CM Punk's music to hit and Dolph Ziggler comes out.
That'd be good.
You know how fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Well, I don't know. There are a lot of people that they hate the CM Punk chants. You hear the CM Punk chants, and then you hear a bunch of people just start booing. Well, I've heard it a couple times, but you know what I mean.
Maybe because it's Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who knows if maybe it's because of that? I don't know.
No, I'm saying maybe because it's Philadelphia, Bobby will get like an ECW type opponent.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I don't know that Rob.
Maybe Tommy Dreamer comes out and he wins the U.S. title from Bobby Roode.
Yeah, and then the world title. But moving on from the pre-show, because that's what we're still on.
Yeah, we are.
The first match of this pay-per-view is going to be apparently the SmackDown Tag Team titles. 2 out of 3 falls match. Usos versus Gable and Benjamin. As I said earlier, I think this is going to be the only match on the main roster card that comes close to touching the NXT quality.
And if it works out how the NXT show worked out, the tag title starting thing is just a good way to go.
Like I said, I generally think it's a good idea. Yeah. I don't know where the other one gets placed. Probably later in the show, in my opinion. The Raw tag titles with Rollins and Jordan.
Not trying to knock, but it won't be as good as this one.
No, it's not the same kind. I don't think that's the point.
different type of match and a different type of rivalry.
Both should be good with everyone, all 4 guys involved.
Absolutely.
In each match. Yeah, both should be very good, especially the 2 out of 3 falls. Very much looking forward to that one. Also on this card, we have the WWE Championship in AJ Styles taking on Owens and Zayn in this handicap match. Who knows what this thing's going to turn into.
I heard, KO's a little hurt, so he's on the back burner, and he's not really going to be doing too much. But that's just,
Yeah, obviously I heard his back is hurt. I heard him say that on the Jericho.
Yeah. I guess podcast. It's like
a
day-to-day
it
thing.
was hurt. No, it was hurt near Hell in a Cell against Shane Den.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I saw something saying, he's basically kind of, it comes and goes, and they have him on like a limited, he's not going to be doing as much. So
schedule, yeah.
if anything, if I'm going to say that, I would expect
Zayn to get the win.
Or more so just a show off of Zayn and AJ with a little bit of KO mixed in, and AJ retains.
Well, we'll see, because there's going to be a whole lot of Shane sauced all over that.
Yeah, and maybe this, Daniel Bryan thing, culminates and actually does something. Cause
we just literally have no idea what's going to happen.
It needs to do something, because I am getting a little with it. Like, I like it, see. But I need something. You got to give me something.
Yeah, we'll see what that something is tomorrow. The Universal Championship's on the line between three enormous men in Brock Lesnar, the champion. Braun Strowman and Kane both being the challengers. Triple threat match. It seems to be the way to go with Brock as champion around the Rumble.
And clearly,
this should be a good little spotty match. I don't expect it to go over.
There's only 2 possible outcomes. Technically 1, but we'll say there's 2 just to be nice.
What'd you say? There's 2 what?
I said there's only 2 possible outcomes. Obviously 1,
but there's 1.
But there's 1. But like I said, just trying to be nice here.
Right. Yeah, not gonna be Kane.
Definitely not going to be Kane. There's no.
But probably not going to be Braun either. And if it is, that'll be interesting.
That's the only possible is
seems like Brock going over though to pair up with Reigns at Mania. So we'll see. Then we have the Women's Rumble. Interesting, we're not having a women's title match. I guess it's because
everyone. I mean, you got everyone.
I don't think the champions are involved though. So it's just interesting they're not having. Maybe it's just not promoted. Maybe they'll have some kind of last minute something. But the Women's Rumble is going to be great. Again, we believe Asuka or a debuting Ronda Rousey are likely the winners.
Yeah.
We will see, though.
I don't know. And obviously, we've talked about this before, affecting her streak if not. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't mind a surprise.
It does affect her.
You know what I mean. We've talked about that and whatnot. But, if she doesn't, it is a surprise, and I kind of, would dig that. But I definitely expect her to come out on top. But who knows?
Yeah, I expect Asuka to win. But again, just for that reason, expect maybe Ronda to come out last and get super heat and take her out. Or I don't know. I really don't know how or what.
It actually,
or maybe
surprisingly enough,
Becky gets Asuka over and everyone's all excited, and then Ronda comes out, and that starts the feud with the 4 horsewomen and Ronda and her crew. So that's my call right now. Maybe it's that. In general, that's my other not dark horse because she's like not likely to win, but just because not anybody's, it's not a main thought in anyone's mind. I'd love it if Becky won, obviously.
Absolutely. Especially after the little tease on SmackDown.
And just all the success in the world to Becky. Becky's fucking great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's great.
Both matches only have 18 participants announced for the women's right now. Just to brush through them real quick. It's Asuka, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, Bayley, Naomi, Natalya, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Tamina Snuka, Lana, Carmella, Becky Lynch, Dana Brooke, and Alicia Fox. For the men's, don't have to spend so much time talking about what the rules of that match are, because if you are familiar with the WWE as a whole, you should know what the Royal Rumble is. And the 18 men in that match, as of right now, are Roman Reigns, The Miz, John Cena, Finn Balor, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, Elias, Baron Corbin, Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, Aiden English, Rusev Titus, O'Neal, Apollo Crews, Ty Dillinger, Big E, Kofi, and Xavier Woods. So all 3 of the New Day are in there.
Rightfully so.
My pick for the Rumble is either Finn or Shinsuke. Specifically more Shinsuke to set up him and AJ.
Nah, man, the internet says Daniel Bryan's winning, dude. Come on, get with the times.
We will see. About 4 years too late.
Yeah, you have a better honestly, you have a better chance of CM Punk coming back and winning the Royal Rumble than Daniel Bryan.
What if he just did? CM Punk just comes back. UFC would legitimately be like, what? Like we literally just said that guy's got another fight.
No, I'm good.
He's good. He's good on that actually. So yeah, this Royal Rumble is going to be huge. It's going to be historic with the women
right now. This is probably one of the more surprising, non-lead, based Royal Rumbles.
There's potential here. I'll say that much. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Last year's was a decent Rumble. I remember that. But it wasn't super memorable.
No, you're going to get Rey Mysterio at number 30. And do you remember that?
Yeah, that poor son of a bitch had to take
people,
the worst heat in the world. And nobody hates Rey Mysterio that much.
Nobody hates Rey Mysterio, but when you're number 30, and you're expecting some crazy shit, and that guy comes
and
out.
Should have been Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And the wrong 5'7" guy comes out.
You know what I mean? That was an interesting year. That I will give you that.
Yeah, interesting creative choice.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah,
But that was pretty much the night and the weekend show. It was, hey man, if you haven't watched NXT Takeover and you're an idiot for some reason, stop being an idiot and go
seriously.
watch it.
Yeah, like
I think it was fucking awesome.
Yeah. I've never been so pumped on NXT, actually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, tons of seeds planted moving forward.
Absolutely,
so start watching the
and
TV.
just good, pure talent coming. And even more so, just knowing that they're coming up eventually,
Yep.
it just makes it even better.
Cannot wait for
And
them to
on top of that, they
come
showed
in
the fact that War Machine and Ricochet are just NXT. Like, come on.
Yep, and EC3, who knows? EC3 could have a great WWE
Exactly,
run.
you know what I mean? He is a WWE type guy. Very well could, get that, down, give him a good little thing. Obviously, he's going to be EC3 and have his thing, but, you know.
I don't know. We'll see. I think they were just addressing him as they're known right now. They could get reworked. We'll see.
Who knows?
But yeah, thanks everybody if you listen. I think we got some Joe stuff playing us in and playing us out.
Quality Joe.
But we will be back in the weekday with, like I said, New Japan's new beginning, of course, Raw, SmackDown, and especially a review of this Royal
Rumble.
But thanks, you guys. Have a good night and a good weekend, and goodbye forever.
Goodbye.
Bye.